welcome to Resellers Life. My name is Chris. Thank you so much for joining me. In this episode, I want to talk about sourcing scouts, and I want to get some ideas from you guys on what you think about hiring people to go look for inventory for you. I'm going to talk about these calculators, which I got inbound, and I want to talk about a few ideas and a few strategies to get inventory to come to you. So let me know in the chat if you guys can hear me okay, and smash the like button and consider subscribing if you want to get 1 to 3 tips in every single video that you can use to grow your online store. My name is Chris. I do this full time, and this is a live stream. So if you have any questions, throw it in there, and I'll do the best I can to answer your questions. So let's talk about these calculators. Right now, I'm trying an inbound system. So I'll be revealing the front end of this storage where I'm going to actually have people come and meet me. I'm also considering letting people use my setup because I have the large photo box and the mannequin. I also have a smaller photo box. So I have a full setup here in case people wanted to use this to like list items. I could also use this space if you wanted to just drop off your items and we could list them for you. I don't know if that is even something that I want to do, but my listing process is really straightforward. And so I consider the start to finish process about $5. Okay, so meaning that's what it costs to get an item from start to finish, listing, photography, shipping, everything. I missed that question in the chat, so you guys can always email me at chris@dailyrefinement.com if I don't get to your question, and I'll do the best I can to get to it later, and maybe I'll feature you on a video. But today I want to talk about inbound sourcing. So here's an item that usually sells pretty quick. Let me know in the chat if it sells for you, and they're just TI calculators. So the first person that came in, I said, bring everything to me that you think is valuable, and then I'll basically pay you 30% of what we think it's going to sell for on eBay without shipping. So what I'm going to do is charge shipping, retail shipping. Okay, so of course, I'm not paying retail shipping, I'm paying commercial plus shipping. If you guys have eBay, you can actually take advantage of their commercial shipping rate, but you can charge the customer retail and it's not that big a deal. So as an example, first class mail might be $6 or $7 for these, but shipping is not that much, so I can profit on the difference. But the way that I run my store is I actually have free shipping on everything, and I build in that profit on top of the price of the item. So if it's a TI 84 or 86 or 83 or whatever, what I'll do is I'll build that price into the free shipping. So we agreed to a price based on what we looked at the solds, and then I paid out cash for these. But here's sort of the caveat or interesting thing about this. I'm not going to resell these. I don't have any interest in selling anything that's not shoes. What I'm going to do is actually box all this stuff and sell it wholesale to somebody else who wants to sell things that are not that that are easy profits or easy flip or fit into a specific category. So what's going to happen is items are going to come in. I'm going to tag them with, okay, we paid 30% for this item. It's let's say these aren't $100, but let's just say they were $100 worth of stuff. I paid 30. I'm probably going to mark it up slightly. Maybe I'm thinking no more than 10%. Wholesale it off to other people, and they can deal with that item. And the reason why I want to do that is because I don't want to discourage people to bring stuff to me. Okay, I want as much stuff that comes in as possible, but I only want to resell shoes because personally I'm okay with that, right? So the person brought in a bunch of rock climbing shoes. They brought in this. They brought in a weight vest, which was an awesome find. Weight vests have one of the highest sell-through rates I have ever seen. Okay, so there was like 9 available for sale and 400 sold. It was insane. Obviously, right now, it's because of the situation we're in. Gyms are closed. People are looking for ways to work out. So clearly, that's something that would be super hot. I'm sure dumbbells and other things like that are also selling for crazy money. It's really difficult to get a barbell right now. Benches, everything is selling for a premium because of the quarantine. But that being said, I want to encourage people to bring stuff in here, and I'm going to create a wholesale model. So I want to ask you guys a few questions. So if you enjoy this type of content, help me out. Comment in the comment section below and let me know what you think of these terms. So OGC is asking if my scouts are only doing thrifting. I actually prefer people who thrift. I'll tell you why. I'm looking for a business-to-business relationship. I have a setup here because I only want to deal with people who bring me $500 or more worth of stuff. So I learned this from Plato's Closet. If you guys have heard of that, or Buffalo Exchange, what they do is you can go there and sell your stuff to them. Now, the few times that I went there, I brought like a truck full of stuff, and they're like, Chris, you can't come in here and bring 2,000 items to sell to us because you're clogging up the whole consumer thing. So you can only come in on certain days when we have a pro buyer here, more commercial style buyer. So our seller days, you come on that day to sell stuff to us, and that gave me an idea. I only want to be the seller. I don't want consumers bringing in 5 items. I want professional thrifters bringing me amazing stuff. They don't want to run a store. I have met many people who shop at the Goodwill outlet or the bins or thrifting, or they have a mom and pop thrift shop. They have no interest in running an eBay store because of how much work it takes. You've got to do a lot of different stuff. They just want to cash out right now. They'll take money right now versus consignment. So my offer is 30% of what it's coming in for what it sells on eBay without shipping. All we have to do is agree to that price, and I just pay out a flat amount. I'm also going to do it cashless because I'm okay with writing a check or doing something that's more electronic because I don't want to store cash on site here. So I want business to business buyers to come here, liquidate their goods. So ideally, I'm looking for scouts. Okay, so that being said, I'm not going to turn down consumers. In fact, right now I'm working on ads. So I want to put ads out, paid ads on Facebook Marketplace or Craigslist or whatever to get items to come to me. I want to advertise clean out. Bring all your stuff here. I'll make a deal with you. We're basically gonna pay upfront for 30% of the value, or if the item is more expensive, I would consider doing consignment. And the number that I'm thinking for consignment is $50. So for $50 or more, I'll consider consigning it for minimum twice that amount, which is 60%. This is the parameters that I've come up so far. Meaning, if it sells for $50 without shipping, you're going to get $30 if you just wait for it to go through the system. I'm going to issue a ticket. So that ticket is going to have the item on it and what we're going to list it for. Also, there's a few rules. I'm going to discount the item a couple of times if it doesn't sell for that agreed price, and the person still has to take that lower percentage depending on what it sells for. So I'm going to build some leeway into that. Also, if it drops below a certain point, I might just tell them I'm going to throw it up for an auction and we get what we can, or I may just donate it and call it a day, or I might bundle it into a wholesale deal to sell to somebody else. But right now, I think it's important to just focus because I've noticed already in the, 5 times I've had people try to do that, I'm already getting way too much inventory. Okay, so I know I'm gonna have to focus. There's no way I can offer every single category and sell it all myself. There's just too much stuff. So I'm gonna advertise that I want shoes only, but bring everything when it comes in. I'm gonna set up a FedEx freight in the front of the unit. So it's a 40 by 40-inch box. That's gonna come in. I'm gonna wholesale it straight to somebody else, hopefully in my audience to make it easier. Also, I'm starting to really think about the partner network situation. So what I mean by that is I just made a video talking about eBay Partner Network a few weeks ago where you get a commission. And now they're really pushing that there's no final value fee. Okay, so that's cool for me. That means I can offer my auctions right on eBay. If somebody in the eBay audience buys it from me, the auction, there's actually no fee for me. So there's no final value fee, which is great. And then I can take advantage of eBay's shipping system. I can plug in my FedEx Freight account number, have all the transaction done through there. That would be easier for me. So a few things to consider. I'm thinking about paying 30% upfront for items. Really, I want to deal with $50 and over. If it's under $50, I'm actually going to take a couple of ideas from ThreadUp and just lowball people. So if it's a cheap item, like a pair of Old Navy jeans, maybe I'll pay 15 cents or something. And they won't feel like it's a waste of time for them to come here. They can get something. Because I see all these videos of people saying, oh, I made $200 on Mercari. And I look at what they sold. And I'm like, you just sold $2,000 worth of stuff for $200. That's not really making $200. I feel like they lost $500 by underselling it, by just giving it away. So people look at it that way, look at it as making a certain amount of money when that revenue comes in, because they're assuming the cost is zero. Okay, so to me, I feel like there's those consumers, but I want to make that average order size larger and say, fill your car up with a bunch of stuff, come in here. We'll sit here and look at the solds together. I'll make you an offer on the whole lot. If it's shoes, I'll sell it. If it's not shoes, it's going to go out there to YouTube land for somebody else to sell it. And there's just so much stuff to sell. What's up? Sui is saying his sales went from 200 to 1300 a week. Sorry, I'm missing the chat because it's moving kind of fast and I'm actually streaming from my phone. So hopefully this stream is coming across okay because it's the front camera on my phone and I'm not using a lavalier mic. I'm just trying to speak loud enough that you can hear me. So also, something I learned from ThreadUp is their bread and butter items actually sell faster and their bread and butter items are cheaper. And what do they call bread and butter items? They actually call them value and mall brands. Okay, so this is stuff that thrifters will tell you to stay away from. Don't pick up J. Crew. Don't pick up Banana Republic. Don't pick up, whatever, White House Black Market. Don't pick up the basic stuff, right? And in my opinion, that's the stuff that sells super quick. Some of the stores that I am watching online that are making decent money, they're selling 200, 300 of these items every single day because it's so common, it's easy to find. All you need is a really clean listing system and shipping system to do that. And so there's the value and mall brand model, which requires a large store and you have to be really good at listing and processes, or you can go a premium or designer brand model, which ThreadUp has also. And it says here right on their page, it takes longer to sell, which makes sense to me. That means that there's a lot of people who, there's less people who can buy that kind of stuff. But guys, I'm going to take off. So I appreciate you guys tuning in, and I'll see you guys next time. Make sure to hit the like button and subscribe. We'll talk to you guys later. Bye.